I need to discuss the following points. सबसे पहले this is the one using ABC. What do you think this is all about? Why do we use this? Do you have an idea? What is this? Why would I use this in a criteria? Let's just have a look. If I make a query and if I add the first name and the last name, okay, fine. And over here, if I add this means basically what? It basically means yes, it starts with ABC. But over here, I don't have a name that starts with ABC in small, so I have to type in ABC in capital because the first initial is always capital. Probably there is none. So I will take it from here and I'll paste it in the last name. Why not? What is this? A star? Is it a star? No, it's not a star. Right? Got it? It wasn't a star. Double quotes, that was wrong. So what I have over here is I have the last name starting either with A, either with B, or either with C. So this is how we do it. Fine. I know you have other possible ways of doing it. आप ये कह रहे होगे probably I can do is write A star or B star or C star. But what if the examiner says you have to display all the names that start from A till P or A till M? You will keep on writing all these 20 or 18 characters. No, I didn't. This is how it works. This is how the query works basically. This is why I'm discussing this. Huh? Yes. One of the most important feature that I think so इसमें जो हो सकता है, that is if we use star ABC star, which basically means is that I can probably search for a particular word. For example, a description of a product में कहते हैं display me all the products that have DVD. Okay. उसमें probably this can be used. Fine. Now, there's another thing that I would like to discuss is this one. What do you think so this will be doing? Like, and the first character of the last name, ampersand sign, and join it with the asterisk. I will do it for you. What I'm saying is, very good. बिल्कुल सही. आप simple ये लिखो. Like, ठीक है. Enter the first character of the last name. Oh, look at this. My mouse, this. Like. So if I run this, and over here if I enter A, I get all starting with A. Now if I run this, and if I enter B, I get all starting with B. Did you get the point? This is what I've done. Star. Okay. Yes. So today's discussion was of this as well, using wildcards with parameter. Now, what if I want is this? Again, this could be really important. I would use another ampersand sign. You tell me. Exactly. What do you think this will do? Exactly. So ये हो सकता है, probably examiner might say that you have to create a parameter in such a way that the user can search for any item within the description. Okay? Using parameter. Michelle, you follow me? Right, good. So for that, we will be using this. Okay? I'll just try to type it in here again and I'll zoom it as well. This is what I am talking about. Is it fine? Right? So please keep in mind. This is that I want to search for that particular character appearing in the description. Either beginning, either middle, or either at the end. मगर point है कि this is coming in the parameter. Okay?
Like, star, and enter.
Yeah. The only thing is because your wildcards do not work with parameters like that. ठीक है ना? If you use a wildcard direct without an ampersand sign, it will consider it as a part of this. मगर we don't want this to be a part of this. I want this to work at runtime. पैरामीटर अपनी जगह काम करे एंड वाइल्ड कार्ड अपनी जगह काम करे. This is why they have to be separated through an AND.
What's a parameter?
That thing, parameter. Parameter is when you run. This is parameter. When you run, enter parameter value.
Oh.
And now over here, if you enter A, you get all the names that definitely have A within it.
Okay.
Okay? It could probably be a word as well.
And how about if you want kiss starts with A?
Yes. That I would definitely like to discuss. Some of you had a question that in the exam, obviously, dollar sign, very good. Okay, probably Abdullah was the one who mentioned it out. Okay, I don't have the rights and I want to change it. किस तरह कर सकता हूँ? You can do it on your own. You come to design view, salary में आना, and over here you just type this और इसकी जगह just have any currency you want. For example, I have a currency as IN. Okay. You will have that particular currency. Name. Probably I entered something. Oh.
So you have क्या type किया आपने?
I will type. Tell me any currency. डॉलर कर देता हूँ.
So rupees.
R. Like not R. R. Yes or no? But you just need to remember this is
ये hashtags क्या है? Hashtag.
okay. This is something that you need to remember. You have to remember this. Okay. Currency format will come, then space, then you'll have hashes for number. Obviously, currency is always a number.
ठीक है.
Number, and then for decimal places you have this. This is the way it's formatted. You just have to cram it, remember it in case if you don't have the right format. नहीं वो अच्छा hold on. You can obviously do this as well. You can come into change time, calendar settings. You come into currency and you can obviously do it here and you can type over here rupees. But the only issue is that in your exam, you don't have the rights to change this because you're the user, you're not the administrator. You will not change it. ठीक है ना? Only the administrator can come and log off, change it and do it for you. What I'm saying is if you want to do it on your own, you should be able to do it. For that, this is what you have to enter within the format and you just change this into whatever you want. Is it fine? Okay, I will post this on my website right away so that you know it. Okay, input masks, this is something I wanted to discuss with you. The different kinds of input masks. For example, I have phone number over here and in fact, after we've done this, I will just do 2 or 3 with you. I would like you to do all these right now, today. Okay? For example, 0 is for any numbers, you are well aware of that. 9 is user can enter a digit 0 to 9. Hash is used for a digit or space. L is for a letter. This is user can enter a letter. The interesting part are these. For example, let me try this one with you. Converts all characters that follow to uppercase. So if I come into the input mask, edit, and over here if I write this, I've already done it, okay? And I've even given a sample data on my own. I typed this actually on my own. So here you go. You can actually try it here. Type anything. I will try to type in small. I'm typing in small. But I'm typing in small, it's appearing in caps. Okay, so this will actually help you with that. The other way is that you can even convert this into a lowercase. Okay, if you use this one, the last one, for example, what I want to do is, I have to complete this. In double quotes, I can write, for example, ABC, right? And after ABC, I can have probably 4 letters. Close and try it here. Okay, I'll just start typing something. As soon as I do, ABC will appear before on its own because I've put this in double quotes. So please I will do it again. मैंने सिर्फ ये किया है. Edit. Edit. Yes or no? right? So these are the validations that I'm asking you to practice this right now. Okay, after this. Okay, you'll do it. It's something important, and obviously this could be targeted this time. Next. Okay. Um, I will come to more access points later on. Encrypt database. Okay, let me discuss this with you as well. How do you encrypt database? How do you put passwords, usernames into database? What I'll do first is I have to close that particular database first if you want to encrypt it. Then you have to go into File, Open, and I will open, let's say, this database. Okay, and I will open this in Open Exclusive mode. Open Exclusive mode का मतलब है now you have the rights to put passwords, encryptions over this when you open exclusively. Once you're done with this, you will come into File, and over here you will find Encrypt with Password. Okay, keep this in mind. You have to close, you have to open it again, and exclusive is important, otherwise it will not encrypt. Now you click on this, you put a password, sign, and sign. Okay. Right? Now what I'll do is, I don't know the password was encrypted on, decrypt, sign. Did you get the point? Okay. Evidence, see, the procedure is the only evidence. There's no other way. If the examiner says, the only evidence will be that you have actually applied it. Procedure could be the only evidence. Okay, so that's how you basically encrypt your database. Fine? Okay. I will be discussing more access points in my lecture tomorrow. Okay? I would like to discuss some points of Excel today. I will. Access Excel. Pivot table, because cross tab is pivot table as well. Okay. Now please listen carefully. I would like to go a bit fast, okay? Because I have to discuss all these points. Working with dates, replicating. You should be aware of the fact that if I type some date over here, for example, if I type any date, if I enter 12/03/2015, and if I type over here again, this is day month year, no, I'll change this into 03 04 2015. Now if I replicate this down, both of them, you will see what do I get? Increment G, and if I change this into 04 03, okay, and now if I replicate this down, what happens? Right? So remember how to play with dates. And if I change this into 12, now let's see what happens. What's happening now? Exactly. It's changing a lot. Okay? Because I've played with months. 3 or 12 mein there is how much difference? There is around 9 months of difference. Ab 9 months are being added to every date. So it's just like 1 year being added to every date. Once I replicate it.
अब now date निकालनी है तो वो किससे निकालेंगे?
Now date.
Between today's date and that date, उसको क्या करेंगे?
Now date. This is now.
This is today's date, right?
Yeah.
अब
But
in
now
this
nahi,
date
we don't
से
use now. We don't use now. We use what? Not date, sorry. What was it? Now. Date. No. What was the other function that gave us?
जो वो वाली date है difference निकालना है तो उसको minus कर देंगे simply.
But
The difference between the dates निकालनी है.
नहीं देखो. This minus this, what you're saying? Negative में obviously.
और तो
एटलीस्ट
ये डेट
टाइम
में
है ना,
ऑल्सो
उसका
भी लिखा
फॉर्मेट
हुआ
टाइम
है.
भी है उसके साथ, तो वो तो
फॉर्मेट भी एग्जैक्टली
फॉर्मेट है
टाइम भी है ना.
उसका फिर फॉर्मेट चेंज करना पड़ेगा.
यस
तो करेंगे
यू नीड टू चेंज द फॉर्मेट. यू कम हेयर और इधर आकर इसको चेंज करो ना.
व्हाट इफ सर एग्जामिनर कहे कि ये टाइम भी साथ है और वो डेट भी है, फिर भी आपने उसको करना है.
एक्चुअली हमने माइंड से गलती की है. शुड हैव बीन द अदर वे अराउंड.
फिर भी इसको डेट फॉर्मेट में
कितना आ रहा है 18. नो इट्स फाइन. 18 डेज का डिफरेंस आ रहा है. 18.4 बिकॉज टाइम इज ऑल्सो देयर. इट टेल्स यू द एग्जैक्ट 18.4. अच्छा आर यू अवेयर ऑफ दिस.
टाइम तो नहीं है अभी सर, अभी तो टाइम नहीं है.
मगर नाउ बेसिकली बैकएंड पे टाइम कंसीडर करता है. इट विल.
अगर टाइम
वो तो मैंने उसको आई हैव मेड इट इन नॉट विजिबल बट इट इज कंसीडरिंग द टाइम एज वेल.
बट अगर टाइम को विजिबल नहीं करना तो
Yeah, I'll tell you why is it 18.4. I'll just tell you. देखो, if I write over here 12:30, yes or no? And if I use this, why is it giving me 0.54? Why? If I write over here is 4:30. Okay? This gives me what and this gives me what? इसको मैं call, let me copy both of these.
सर एक और बात बता दें, सर इसको इंटीजर में कैसे करेंगे टाइम को?
पहले point देख लो. Why is it like this? Yes. Yes, exactly. Half day.
या
Mm, where is my recent file? Look here. I have applied it here. I have different times. Agree with me? Why am I getting 07? The reason being is this 07 means that around 75 or 70% of the day has passed till 4:41. If I talk about this, okay, till 10:41, 95% of the day has passed. Yes, and if I type exactly, let me change this into 12. नहीं, it should give me. Oh, you know why? इसको करते हैं ना.
50%
Why? क्योंकि it's no. अब एक्चुअली वो उसको कंसिडर कर रहा है. आई हैव टू चेंज दिस एक्चुअली एज वेल. हाँ, तो एम तो है. जीरो ऑब्वियसली सही है बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम जीरो ना. ठीक है. वो ये होगा कि इफ आई चेंज दिस इनटू 11:55 अगेन क्योंकि इट शुड हैव बीन पीएम. मैंने एम किया हुआ है. 1 पूरा डे हैज पास्ड. Okay, got it? Just try to play around with these. Can we continue now? Okay. Next is
सर एक बात बता रहा हूँ, सर ये टाइम इंटीजर में कैसे आपने डालना क्या होता है उसके साथ?
नहीं. You want me to convert this into what? Day, time क्या?
सर मिनट्स
Minutes.
इंटीजर में.
मगर there is no minutes over here ना. तुम ये कह रहे हो?
इस पे नहीं आता है.
आ गया.
सर इसके बाद मैं एक बताऊँगा एग्जाम.
Okay. ठीक है. Okay, next that we want to discuss using months and choose. Please have a look at this. It was just an example I thought I should create. um, so that you get some idea. Month and choose. Okay, what is month and choose? What I've done is, if I use months over here, for example, month, I get the months, fine. Now, what I want is I want to divide the entire months into four different categories. Okay, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, specified by 1, 2, 3, and 4. First 3 months will be the first quarter. Next 3 months will be second quarter. उससे अगले next 3 months will be the third one, and उससे अगले last वाले will be the last quarter. Yes or no? Is this not the way we divide quarters? Now what I've done is choose month. How does it work? It will ask, a month will obviously give me over here 6. ठीक है? Let's talk about this one. For example, 1, it will see 1, so it will choose 1 and tell me that it's in the first quarter. In this particular case, I have what? 6. 6 comes in the end of the second quarter. So that's why it says 2. Hey, look at this one. I have what? 10. 10 is September. September comes in the fourth quarter. Yes or no? Probably in the beginning of the fourth quarter. So by using choose helps you to compare the index number with any of the predefined values. You may keep on defining them. That's how choose basically works. Or choose the best example is this one. Did you get it? Please keep in mind. Right? देखो, I have months over here. ठीक है, months display कराती हैं. Months की output क्या आएगी? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 12. ठीक है ना? Now what I've done is over here is 1. अगर 1 आएगा तो it will display 1. ठीक है? और अगर 2 आएगा तो display 2. 3 आएगा तो display 3. उसके accordingly to आएगा. First वाले 1, 2, 3, 1 में जाएंगे, फिर वो 2 में जाएंगे, फिर वो 3 में जाएंगे. I have divided into quarter. ये 4 कहाँ आ रहा है? September, fourth quarter है. 2 is what? April, second quarter. शुरू हो रहा है अप्रैल से. उसने उसको उस तरह कर दिया है. 6th क्या है? Again second quarter में. 7th क्या? Third quarter में आ गया. Right? Okay. Next what we have is this. Using this to display the portion of the day past. Haven't I discussed this? I have. I just discussed it. Gibran, guys, you were late. What I was discussing was that if I click on this, it tells me that 50% of the day has passed. इसको click करूँगा ना, it gives me in fraction how much day has passed. हाँ. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. I just typed any. If I write 11:56. 11:56, ठीक है. ये क्या आएगा? 0.56. ठीक है, क्यों AM है. And if I convert this into PM, and now if I do it 1, क्योंकि सिर्फ only 4 minutes are left, उसने उसको राउंड अप कर दिया. Entire day has passed. Okay, done. Got it? Next, what I have is converting this to a proper. Let's leave this because a double unary converts lookup value into number. You should know this. Please have a look. It's something important. Please closely have a look. Something really important. यार ये पंखा क्या? Fan? देखो try करो होता है. Okay. If I use this, look at this. 123 is my lookup value. It gives me NA. It compares A7 from here but gives me NA. Why NA? Yes, very good. Text है. Why is it text? When you put this, what do you call it? A comma that comes up. If you put this, it converts a number into a text. Now the issue was, my lookup value over here was not a number, but it was basically a text. I was trying to look up a lookup value from an array, which was comparing a text with a number. गलत आ रहा था. Now the point is, how do you know whether a particular value is a number or a text? You have two functions. You have is text. it tells you true, yes. You have is number, tells you true. It tells you that this is a number and it tells you this is a text. Keep this in mind as well. Okay. Now we have different ways of dealing with this. All I can do is I can use a value function to forcefully convert the text figure that I have into a value so that I get the right answer. At times it doesn't work. Your value function doesn't work. You can use this two dashes. Now if I put two dash will also convert your existing into forceful value function. So I told you two ways how to convert into value. One using two dashes and one using the value function. Yes or no? Or probably the int should also work. As far as I know, even the integer should do it. Yes, it did. It makes sense, ना? Integer को भी करना चाहिए because integer obviously is it. Integer में whole number convert करते थे ना? Whole number is obviously value. So I told you three different ways how you can convert it. Yes or no? You ये dash डाल दो. That will also work. Can I discuss these उसके बाद कर? ये advanced points है ना? ठीक है? I'll do it. Okay. Now look over here. I have another example for you. Look here. What is going wrong over here? The other way around. My lookup vector now consists of text, but my lookup value is number. वही बात हो गई. So how can I resolve this issue? How can I resolve this issue now? I obviously don't tell me that I will change this into a number. No. I can play around with my figures. I can't play around with the table that has been provided to me. I don't have the authority. So what I'll do is, yes, I can do this one way. One way is what? The AND operator creates the text string from the number. The AND operator will convert any numeric value into a text string. So you concatenate that particular cells with double quote में कुछ भी नहीं, with null value, it will convert it into a text. Can you remember this? Okay, I'm making a video of this and you remember it. Another way. There's another way. This is one way. The other way will be this. Just keep in mind, in this case I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and I want to compare with this. So मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? इधर आके using the text function मैंने lookup value को convert कर दिया into text. That is another way. I can use the text function to convert into a text. Are we done with this? So we learned how to convert into text, into numbers and play around with them. Okay? So examiner can't confuse us with this. Proceed further? Very good. Okay. Please have a look at this. This is also something very interesting. What was this? Now what I'm trying to do is, look over here, I have jacket and medium, I have jacket large, I have shirt large, okay, and the product size over here. Okay, now my lookup value is this F1, okay, join F1 with this and compare from here. Did you get me? All I'm trying to explain is that we can concatenate our lookup values as well. My lookup value is not in particularly one cell. My lookup value is now in two different cells, and even in that, दोनों lookup value के दरमियान में I have a character as well. तो दोनों lookup value को मैंने choose किया है. I have concatenated a character in between, and that's how I'm using it. वो एक ये होता है sign for the spaces. Just you could put any character. मैंने वैसे डाला हुआ है to distinguish ना. ये slash के बिल्कुल slash के ऊपर होता है. Is this clear? हाँ. मैंने concatenate ये ampersand is concatenate. This is concatenate. Okay. बेटा आई नहीं है वो है आई डोंट नो द नेम ऑफ दिस करेक्टर या सेपरेशन नहीं आती इट्स करेक्टर यस और नो सेम थिंग एम्परसेंट भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं कॉन्कैटनेट भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं
this with this और आगे range क्या डाली है?
रेंज इज दिस
नहीं कहाँ से
A2 से लेके A2 to D5 दिस इंटायर रेंज फ्रॉम हेयर टिल हेयर
ये headings तो नहीं डालते?
नो हेडिंग सिर्फ आती हैं इन योर डेटाबेस फंक्शंस यू डोंट इंक्लूड फील्ड नेम्स इन अदर यस और नो डेटाबेस फंक्शन याद है ओके विल डू इट अगेन डेटाबेस फंक्शन वी लुकअप एंड एच लुकअप ओके यस आई विल डू इट अगेन टुडे ओके महा आपका पॉइंट भी बाकी भी राइट ओके year frac please I have to speed up because I have to discuss other points as well individual problems year frac is a very good function that came in your November paper as well if you done it है ना उसमें भी आया हुआ है year frac does well okay year frac basically gives you a fraction of the year just like that comma gives you the fraction of the day passed through time ठीक है so year frac I want to see is कि from this date till this date how much year fraction has passed 1/4 0.25 from 1st January to 31st December how many year frac 1 so this is how year frac works हो गया
25% वाला क्या?
हाँ
25%.
उसके बारे में फॉर्मेट कर दिया ना फॉर्मेट किया हुआ इसको
So format cells से फिर percentage और
जी बिल्कुल is odd is even is odd is even yes or no tells you which is odd and which is even very basic function right can I continue then you have repeat repeat basically I have told you one way of using this
string function.
ये देखो ना for example over here if I use repeat yes or no it will repeat that thing and we have done this through format as well if you remember we have done this with you how do you do it you go into format you come to custom and what do you type here sorry मैंने cancel कर this is what I have typed why are you so quiet today अच्छी बात है होना चाहिए ऐसा ही did you have a fight
नहीं नहीं
फिर क्या हुआ
ऐसे ही सब ऐसे 2 दिन पेपर है
क्या बात है यार
थोड़ा सा क्लास कर लेना चाहिए
बहुत अच्छी बात है where is the repetition at the rate of oh sorry I was typing at the rate of क्यों है
Dash भी है जैसे
हाँ तो मैंने डाला था
dash नहीं डाला ना
no dash is a repetition मैंने स्टार डाला था she is right at the rate नहीं यही डाला है नहीं why is it not no
एंड पे डैश डाल
but I wanted to repeat with oh obviously I have to type something obviously with that but you got the difference yes or no in repeat a particular character will be repeated according to your definition in case of formatting it will be infinite वो आता ही रहेगा we have probably discussed those in millions and all that didn't we did we not discuss these how does it be in millions remember and I told you how to add feed to it yes or no okay acha clean function helps you to clean takes your special characters will be ignored trim is different trim takes out the extra spaces Clean function simply cleans up your data. ठीक है? Fine, excellent. ABS function does what? This function calculates the value of a number irrespective whether it's positive or negative. That's it. It can, okay.
ABS को क्या
तो
मतलब
उससे पहले नेगेटिव हो जाएगा.
सर ABS क्या करता है?
Converts all the values into positive.
जो भी नेगेटिव लिखा होगा
जी,
पॉजिटिव
पॉजिटिव कर देगा. ठीक है? Okay.
हम ऐसा क्यों करना चाहिए?
Maybe the examiner wants it. Maybe the examiner wants it. The profit that you calculate should be converted into, oh yeah, your losses should be converted into profit. Okay. Ceiling function. ये significant figure से काम करता है. You might get confused or you want to do it. Significant figures में C4 को 1 significant figure में कर दो तो 3 आ जाएगा. 2 को ये इसको 1.5 को if you convert 1 to 2 आएगा. Round up is different thing. Significance. Maths में do you remember significant figures? तो ये वही कर रहे हैं ना. 20 को 20 की 30 significant figures क्या होगी? 30 पे जाएगा ना. अच्छा leave it. ठीक है, just okay. Combine. अच्छा, this is important. Please have a look at this. What's combine? Combine function is your permutation and combination. तो क्या हो रहा है इसमें? आपको बताया जा रहा है कि if you have A B C D and if you want to make two pairs, you can make 6 pairs of these. Combination ये होता है ना? ठीक है ना? So combination helps you tell कि इसका और इसका कितने combination बनेंगे, इसके और इसके कितने combination बनेंगे. This is how you do the combination in Excel using combine function. Fine. You know why am I doing all this with you? Because text functions are in your syllabus, mathematical functions are in your syllabus, and your search functions are in your syllabus. तो इसमें जितने भी categories हैं, we have to do it. They can come. Yes, statistics functions not important. वो हम नहीं कर रहे. There are other functions हम नहीं कर रहे. They are on the syllabus, but these are in the syllabus. We should do them. I'm not doing out of the syllabus. Keep in mind. Okay. Then we have is the sign function. This comes in the text function as well. It converts these or these. If they're negative, they will be converted into -1. If they're positive, they'll be converted into 0. Exactly the way your databases recognize trues and false. Yeah, yes or no. Sign में convert कर देगा ना. Probably later on you would want to create a new field that could be important to access. और उसको yes no करना हो. जो जिनका पॉजिटिव में आ रहा है वो yes है, जो नहीं है वो no है.
इसकी वैल्यूज सिर्फ 1 और 0 आई.
हाँ, yes और no है ना. Sign है. There are only 2 signs in your computing, 0 and -1, true and false. So ये true and false बता रहा है आपके पास.
सो 1
-1 आ रहा है.
नहीं प्लस 1
वो मैंने उसको प्रॉब्ली फॉर्मेट किया होगा. वो यार उसका पॉजिटिव में है ना उसका, तो 1 आ रहा है. नेगेटिव में ये है. मगर ऑब्वियसली यू कैन गेट ए क्वेश्चन जिसमें यू कैन डायरेक्टली इंपोर्ट दिस इनटू एक्सेस. और करके भी देखना, व्हेन यू इंपोर्ट इनटू एक्सेस -1 is 0, yes no, true false नहीं आएगा. होगा. तो ये दिस कुड बी अटैच्ड विद दैट. हो सकता है ना.
ये पहले एक्सेल में चेंज करना होगा.
Excel में change question has to create a new column that displays whether it should be bought or not depending upon the value, something like that. I don't know. Then we have is a sum function. You know what sum function is? Sum product, sorry. Sum product does what? This uses at least 2 columns, 1 column, 2 column. The values in the first column are multiplied. Okay, multiply them with the corresponding value in the second column. Okay, multiply these and you add them. Sum product. Calculate the sum and the product of two columns.
So the column हम वापस में मल्टीप्लाई करता है दूसरे वाले कॉलम से
ऐड कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. ट्रंक,
सर ये फंक्शन आगे कोई नहीं आ रहा है.
टेक्स्ट फंक्शंस आर इन द सिलेबस बेटा सारे.
ये ट्रंक है.
ट्रंक्स क्या कर रहा है ख्याल से?
पता नहीं सर नजर भी नहीं आ रहा सर.
नहीं आ रहा यार. ट्रंक
वन डेसिमल प्लेस पे कर रहा है.
नहीं, डेसिमल, हाँ बिल्कुल सही.
डेसिमल प्लेस
राउंड अप राउंड डाउन नहीं कर रहा,
डेसिमल प्लेस
सिर्फ ट्रंक कर रहा है, उतना काट रहा है. देखो C4 D4, D4 में क्या है? लुक एट ओवर हियर.
ठीक है समझ आ गई सर.
नहीं मुझे नहीं
1.4 ठीक है.
गॉट द पॉइंट. इसको 1 में यहाँ तक ट्रंक कर रहा है, कट कर रहा है. इट्स नॉट राउंडिंग. अदरवाइज इफ आई यूज राउंड with two one decimal place it will make it 5, मगर it's not doing that. It's ignoring the rest. वो सिर्फ मुझे ट्रंक कर. हाँ कौन सा? हाँ ये देखो ना, दैट ये ट्रंक में दिस इज डिफरेंट. ट्रंक में इफ आई टाइप ओवर हियर -3, सो सी व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. वो इसको टेंस में कर रहा है, हंड्रेड्स में कर रहा है, थाउजेंड्स में कर रहा है. विच मीन्स ट्रंक व्हेन इट गोज इनटू माइनस इट विल स्टार्ट बेसिकली राउंडिंग, मगर पॉजिटिव में इट डज नॉट राउंड, इट सिंपली कट्स. दैट्स एन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. ठीक है, राइट. Okay, the rest, how do we not, I think so this is something that we have already discussed, haven't we? Okay, how do we not allow weekends to be entered, restriction, have we not done these points? Okay, how do we not allow weekend dates to be entered? We have probably discussed this before, but I'll do it again. Do I have date? Look here. I have discussed with you is the weekday. It's a repetition of the previous lecture. Although we have discussed it, है ना? बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो. You can recall that I discussed with you, and we discussed that weekday will give us an output of 236, which means obviously second is Monday and first is Sunday. Then we also discussed was if I want to restrict this particular column or this column so that the values that I enter should not be in the weekend. उसके लिए I went into data validation, I went into custom, और इधर आके this is what I typed. I'll type in notepad so that all of you can see. Weekday, okay, of what, where am I, G, is not 7, and at the same time it's not what, it's okay. When I apply something to a particular column, I can just specify the G1, वो खुद ही replicate हो जाएगा. I'm not replicating because I'm selected the entire column.
G1 ना करना और उसके नीचे करना हो validate.
तो G2 start कर लो.
G2 से
Yes, वो नहीं होगा. हाँ. Okay, now I'll copy this and I will apply this here. And okay, yes. Now if I type any weekend dates, they will be ignored. For example, today is what? Day, month, year. Huh? 21st 03 to 15. Does not accept. I change this into 20th. Does accept. Okay, so that's how it works. Very intelligent way to make it. And we also discussed was the COUNTIF. We discussed how can we make a particular column or a particular row the data entered should be unique. We used was the COUNTIF. Do you remember that? Can you recall it, huh?
less than 1.
Exactly. Okay, all I did was in the validation criteria, this is what I typed. Okay, and I selected what was the range which was, for example, G colon G, and then G1 is equal to 1. In this entire range, if I enter the criteria in G1, it should always be equal to 1, which means it should always be unique. You cannot enter a duplicate value over there. If I write 2, this means I can enter 2 values, same thing, but I can't write the third one, and proceeding further. हाँ?
एक्सेल में इसी के बाद डुप्लीकेट्स रिमूव कर सकते हैं
No. Access में?
तो उसके लिए वो फिर एक्सपोर्ट मैं तो सर वो पहले एक्सपोर्ट करता हूँ उसके बाद
Advanced filter option. I did discuss this with you as well. How to remove the duplicate values, didn't I? I did, and I told you there are 3 ways that we can do it. We discussed the 3 ways. Listen, you do remember how to remove duplicate values. One was using pivot table, one was using advanced filter, and one was removing duplicates. There are 3 ways we can remove duplicates in Excel. All 3? I like it. यार क्या मसला है? I am telling you 3 different ways. Listen again, okay? I can't keep on repeating again and again. Please listen. I hope it's being recorded. Yes, it is. Now, first way is, one of the typical way that we have done is remove duplicates, okay? I want to remove is the salesperson. Duplicates removed? Yes or no? One way. Let's try the second way. Pivot table. Okay. Salesperson, row. Yes or no? Remove duplicates. Yes or no? Third way. Maha. Because you are not here. Okay. Tell you. Advance. Select this range. Select this range. ठीक है? Copy to unique records. Where do you want it to be? I want it to be here. Okay. Third way. मगर what you see is third way में. Oh, there's an issue. Do you see? Hold on. Do you see this? Which way was this one?
वो था नहीं से पहला जो था
Haven't we discovered something? That the third way is giving us different record. I had mistakenly selected this cell जब मैंने replicate किया, not the correct range. This is why I got one extra cell over here. They're all the same. It was not possible they will be different. ठीक है?
सर रिमूव डुप्लीकेट्स में भी सारे रिमूव
हाँ?
रिमूव डुप्लीकेट्स
हाँ, वो बार देख लेते हैं. Let's have a look at remove duplicates again. So these two are correct. There is no difference. Let's just look at remove duplicates. Perfectly fine.
सबसे पहले क्यों नहीं हुआ
पहले वो I clicked on expanded. बल्कि मैं चेक नहीं किया.
सर दोनों सेम तो नहीं आ रहे लाइक लास्ट में उसके किंग है इसकी
बेटा वो order is wrong मगर they're all unique.
यूनिक है बट ऑर्डर सेम क्यों नहीं है
Leave this one. इसके अलावा they're all unique. Okay, fine. Okay. Then we discussed was, please again have a look these points. We discussed the round functions. We discussed that -1, tens, hundred, thousands. We discussed the auto sum to work 2D. Remember?
जैसे ऑर्डर सब से
यार basic functions. Why do I? ये देखो, for example, पास सुनो. I select this, and over here I use the sum, or if I use the average, okay, वो उसके मुताबिक कैलकुलेशन करता रहेगा. Recording. Yes, sorry. Done. Right. Then we discussed was network days and weekdays. Weekday. We did discuss that network days will tell us how many days are required to work on a project, and workday, which I have not mentioned over here, workday was another one. Was when we want to find out the ending date, when you provide the number of working days required to work on it. Okay, the function of both is the same.
माइनस हो जाता है.
दोनों में होते हैं. Network days tells you the number of days required to work on a project. Workday will tell you the date which will, by when the project will be completed if you work these number of days. But you need to provide the number of days over there. ठीक है? Okay. Probably you can calculate.
सर ये प्लीज इस्तेमाल कर दो.
Sure I will.
वर्क एंड नेटवर्क डे में डिफरेंस क्या है?
देखो. So lecture I had is the date. See, network days. Start date and the end date. I simply get I need 67 working days. Yes or no?
Start date, then A2 फिर B2 and the range.
Yeah.
Range का क्या है?
सर इसमें सैटरडे संडे शामिल नहीं है.
इसमें कौन से दिन नहीं है?
Start date, end date, and holidays.
Range कहाँ से लिए?
Start date,
हाँ.
end date, and holidays ये है ना.
Okay.
I want to include the holidays as well.
So
Because-
holidays आपने सारी क्यों इस्तेमाल की है? खाली
I can even select सारे क्योंकि the rest were not coming in that specific range ना. कुछ जरूरत नहीं थी. And here you go. Yes or no? हाँ.
हॉलीडेज ज़्यादा हो गई हैं.
No, working days.
दिन क्यों कम हुआ?
एक हॉलीडे और आ
हाँ.
एक हॉलीडे और आ गया.
क्या?
एक हॉलीडे और आ गया. 2 हॉलीडे 3 हॉलीडेज हैं.
तो 3 हॉलीडेज आ गए ना. सही है. अच्छा, and if you discuss workday क्या था? Workday will do this. You provide the start date, you provide the number of days you want to work, 10 days, and you want the holidays. Oops. Probably fine. This is when the project will end. By providing the number of days, probably both can be used. Examiner might say calculate the number of days required to work on the project, and then calculate when will it be ended as well in the next column. Yes or no? Excellent. Next पे चलते हैं. Maha? Pretty sure? Well done. Okay. And we discussed was the large and the small functions. To discuss the second largest, second smallest, to the how to make field names to repeat in all pages. We also discussed this. Okay, which was basically by coming into print titles, specify the row that needs to be repeated. Okay, and that particular row will be repeated in every page, right?
क्या किया सर?
आप print titles में आओ, इधर आके select this entire column, row, I'm sorry, file, print. You will see is now every page पे your field names are being page layout, print titles, right?
And फिर आपने ये rows को highlight कर दिया.
Yes,
ये हर पेज पे फिर अलग अलग.
हर पेज पे रहता था.
अच्छा, वो कहते हैं कि जो टाइटल है वो हर पेज पे अलग अलग आएगा.
जी,
वहाँ ये करना.
वहाँ ये होगा.